All right, well, this is 14 through 18, so this video won't be as long, but the materials is tough, so we want to slow down and take a look at this. This says the absolute value of 3p plus 8 greater than or equal to 7. The absolute value of 3p plus 8 greater than or equal to 7. If we see it's greater than or equal to, that means for these absolute value inequality, if it's greater than, that means that it pushes out. Okay, so this is greater than or equal to 7, that means that it's going to go out. So if it goes out like this, greater than, then it's an OR problem. Well, we have to split it. So we have to split, we have to isolate first. Isolate bars. And then we have to split. And when we split, we're going to write it as an AND or an OR. So an AND problem, remember, is sandwich, is pinched. It could be an OR problem. Now, if it's an OR problem, it's pushed out, push away. All right? So you're going to pinch it in or push it away. Now, this one's greater than or equal to 7, so this one's an OR problem. This is a less than, so this is a pinched problem. It's a pincher. Okay, so we're going to drop the bars and split. So we write 3p plus 8 greater than or equal to 7, or 3p plus 8 less than or equal to negative 7. So the split has to be out to the left of the negative, which is right here, to the right of the positive, which is right here. So that's the split that you have to make. And that's a tough thing to remember. That's a tough thing to understand. Now, after we split them, we have to solve both of them. This problem here says p is greater than or equal to negative 1/3 for that one. This problem is p less than or equal to negative 5. Now, I solved those in my head, but that's the sake of time. So what that means is you have 0 right here, you have negative 1/3 right here, and then negative 5 is down here. The numbers get circled and filled in, and greater than negative 1/3 is to the right, less than or equal to negative 5 is to the left, so it gets pushed away. This problem will get pinched in. So for this problem, it'll be 5m minus 4 less than 6 and greater than negative 6. Then what we do is we solve this, and we get m. We're going to add the 4 and divide by 5. We get m. This is going to be 10. Divide by 5 is 2, less than 2, greater than, add 4 and get negative 2, greater than negative 2/5 is what we get. So that looks like this on a number line. This is 0. Negative 2/5 is close to 0, so I'm going to put a negative 2/5 right here. And 2 is probably up here. I'm going to circle both of these, and I'm going to read the inequality, less than 2 and greater than negative 2/5. And that means all the numbers in between there, in between negative 2/5 and 0.2. Number 16 says write a compound inequality or inequality. Okay, so this one is a push-out problem, so it's an OR problem. this part of the OR says x less than or equal to -3. And it's or equal to right down here because that circle is filled in. This half says, not half, but this part says x greater than 2. Now that is not filled in, there's no line underneath there because that circle is open. 16b says there's a 2.5 right there, and that circle looks filled in, so x greater than or equal to 2.5 on this. Okay, 17 says to rent a parking space, blah, blah, blah. It's $1,400 for the first 3 months. Okay, so we know we're going to spend $1,400. And $300 each month. John has $2,500. Okay. So the x is months. So x equals months because the question says months. Now what I'm going to write is the inequality like this. I'm going to take that 1,400 and subtract it from the 2,500 and get 1,100. So I'm going to write 2,500 minus 1,400, that's 1,100. So right now he has $1,100 to deal with because he has to spend the 1,400 for the first 3 months. So 300 is what he has, so the 300, or not what he has, but how much it is per month, times the number of months has to be less than or equal to 1,100. Now if you divide both sides by 300, you get x less than or equal to 1,100 divided by 300 is 3.6 repeating. So if you do the math on that, okay, you're going to get 3 months because he can't afford 4 months. So it's 3 months plus this 3 months, so 6 months is what he's going to get. All right, that's the most he can do. At most, less than or equal. Okay. All right, last problem. Define a variable and model the situation with an inequality. A person has to be at least. So at least is the key phrase. At least 54 inches means that he can be 55, but he cannot be, or she cannot be 53. So the variable is x equals inches, okay? And the inequality is x greater than or equal to 54. So at least is greater than or equal to. All right, that is the Chapter 3 Review 1 worksheet, problem 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Have a good one.